What's going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another review for G.I. Joe Classified. This time for retro carded rock and roll Craig McConnell. This is looking like it's probably gonna be a repaint, but we'll take a look. Got this off Amazon. We already reviewed the Viper. I was debating on not opening them, but I already opened the first Mindbender, so I'm also opening this one up and see how he compares. I was gonna just wall hang him, but I don't know. Maybe I put the other Mindbender back in the box and I display this one in my dial. We'll see. But let me cut this bad boy open because, you know, I like to keep the file cards. I got Knowing Is Half the Battle. I can't remember if that's new. Wish they would have put flag points. That would have been cool. But then they probably would have felt obligated to like offer something for the flag points. But let's get them out of the plastic. So here we go. Got it off here. So now I can cut out the file card. I just used a knife to cleanly, as best I could, cut it on there. And then here he is. So this comes off. And then there's a piece back here for the bullet string. Let's get him out of here. So here we go. Looking pretty much like full-on repaint, but we'll get into that. I don't have the OG to compare to the 82, so Rock and Roll was part of the OG 13 straight arm from the 82. So we only have, I think there's only one left we need. I want to say it's Zap? I think it's Zap. They only have one left for the OG 13 to be complete. I need the retro carded Snake Eyes, so I might have to break down and pay the hefty price off eBay, but I need Snake Eyes. That's the only one I need of active figures that have been released. So, but yeah, this definitely is reminiscent. I'm pretty sure Colonel Hawk, because he was OG 13 and he wasn't General Hawk yet. I think it probably should do the same thing here. But let's get in the accessories. So I got a stand I won't use, but the retro stands that'll go on my eBay. They gave him a bullet string. So the helmet is the same as the other Rock and Roll, just a different color to match. And then now the pistol is, got the pistol, which they've reused a few times, but it's the same pistol as the other Rock and Roll release. You got 2 extra hands, which also came, I believe, with the other Rock and Roll, which I don't need these. Those will go on my eBay store. But basically like a gnarly dude, rock on hand, and then closed fisted hand. Got a walkie-talkie. I don't have my other Rock and Roll handy, but oh yes, the other Rock and Roll had the walkie right there. So that's a reuse. They just changed up the color there. So that's a reuse of the walkie. That's gonna just plug in right there. I do like the modularity. I think they started that with like the 20th or 60th anniversary Action Soldier. And then this rifle is probably the same. I know this is definitely reused. I think Snow Job may have had this rifle, or some other people, with his ammo case. So let's just plug into there like that. I'm pretty sure that's reused from the other Rock and Roll, but I haven't pulled that one out. So there's the accessories. And then, yes, they used the same boots. Changed the color. Pants, they changed the color. Holster and pistols the same. They just changed the color on both the holsters and this side bag over here. Waist, they just changed the color. The waist belt, they just changed the color. The torso, they just changed the color. The bullets, they changed the color. The head sculpt, the brows, they changed the color on. The head sculpt looks slightly different, like in the face. They did something there. And then the arms, this one doesn't have tattoos. And this arm doesn't have tattoos. They didn't give him anything around his wrists. On the OG, on the retro. But yeah, this is just straight up repaint. But Hasbro gets us right. I don't really care if it's rock and roll. I mean, I knew this one would probably come, but we didn't know what was coming, how long Classified would survive, and here we are in 2025, basically 6 years later, and we still have Classified. So yeah, I like this one though. My favorite rock and roll was version 2, the one that had the big old like Gatling gun things. He had 2 of them, and he still had this going on. This one, whatever. I definitely like this one better than this one. Others will say vice versa. I'm taking the OG 13 version. I'm not gonna go into too much of the articulation. It's all the same. This one's got the stiff joints because it's definitely just a repaint. So this one's a mixed bag, right? So basically, if you're a fan of the OG 13, you have to have this one. If you have the other one and you don't like repaints, then, or if you like the other one better, then this, it's the easy pass or hard pass or whatever you want to call it for you. Like I said, I'm chasing the line, so I picked up, but I prefer this one over the other one. So, it's a cool figure. So I'd give it, mid-thumb, meaning I bought it, I liked it, but others, you can easily pass this. Because I know everybody's not trying to buy everything from Classified. We all collect other stuff besides Classified. Even myself, I collect other action figure lines, but I'm chasing the Classified line. But yeah, there it is. Rock and roll in the OG 13 retro. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.